Let's be honest. How many hours have you spent on the treadmill hoping help you lose weight? Look, I've been there, and if you're over 30, you've probably noticed that it's just not working like it used to. So, today in this video, I want to share something that completely changed how I think about fat loss. And spoiler alert, it's not about doing more cardio. So, stick with me to the end, and I'll walk you through a smarter, way more effective approach that's worked for me and so many other people that I've worked with. Now, we've all been told that cardio is the secret to losing weight. Burn more calories by doing more work, eat less. That's the equation, right? Well, here's the thing. After a certain point, especially as we hit our 30s and beyond, relying on cardio actually starts to work against you. This is exactly why cardio is not the best fat loss tool. First, it leads to something called metabolic adaptation. So behind the scenes, when you do the same amount of cardio repeatedly and you cut your calories, your body gets really good at siphoning off calories for other things and slowing down so it doesn't burn as much. And studies have shown that your calorie burn actually decreases as your body adapts to the amount of calories you're giving it and the amount of stress that you're putting on your body with doing things like cardio. So what used to burn 300 calories now over time might actually only end up burning 200 calories. So it's like driving a car more efficiently on a full tank of gas, and your body's going to do the same thing to conserve energy. Another issue is that cardio does not just burn fat, it also burns muscle. So when you're doing a lot of cardio and you're not strength training, you're sending a signal to your body telling it to burn that muscle as well. And it's going to burn that muscle off because muscle costs a lot of calories to keep, and it's going to get very efficient, and it's going to want to pare that muscle down and slow your metabolism. So there's actually also a lot of research showing people who focus solely on cardio often lose both muscle and fat, which is not ideal for long-term fat loss. And the third reason why cardio is not the best fat loss tool is the hormonal shifts. There's cortisol, which is your body's stress hormone, and long cardio sessions and doing cardio repeatedly for weeks and weeks or months can lead to elevated cortisol levels, which makes it harder to lose fat and can even promote fat storage around your midsection. Now, look, I'm not saying cardio is bad. It definitely has its place within a good workout routine. It's just not the most effective for fat loss, especially as we get older. And that's where resistance training comes in. Switching from cardio to resistance training was a game changer for me. And it's not just about getting stronger, it's about making your body work smarter, not harder, even when you're not working out. And that's what muscle does. One of the best things about resistance training is that it helps you build muscle. And the more muscle you have, generally speaking, the more calories you're going to burn, even when you're just sitting there on the couch or sitting in your chair. There was a study done in medicine and science and sports and exercise, which found that resistance training actually increases your resting metabolic rate by up to 7%, which is huge for fat loss. Unlike cardio, which burns both muscle and fat, lifting weights actually helps you lose fat while keeping your muscle. That's how you improve your overall body composition and get that lean, sculpted look. So think of it this way. Resistance training doesn't just make you smaller, it also makes you leaner and more defined because muscle takes up less space than fat. So if you're putting on muscle, you're going to look smaller, but you're also going to look more sculpted and lean. And after we hit 30, our hormones, things like testosterone and growth hormone, which are present in both men and women, start to decline. And these are the body composition muscles. So these are what you need to have lean, sculpted look on your body with your muscles. So lifting weights naturally is going to help boost these hormones, which are key, like I said, for fat loss and muscle maintenance. And when I switched from doing hours of cardio or glorified cardio with weights where I was just burning and not taking any rest breaks, from doing that 5 to 6 times a week down to 2 to 3 times a week, I didn't just lose weight, I felt stronger, I had way more energy, my sleep was much, much better, and honestly, the workouts were a lot more enjoyable too. Having rest periods where I didn't feel like I was just getting in there to sweat really helps me enjoy the workouts, and I ended up looking forward to them. Okay, so if you're ready to give this a try and you want to know what a good workout might look like, and what's going to be more effective, you want to focus on the basics. So that means starting with compound movements. These are exercises like squats, deadlifts, overhead presses, bench press that work multiple muscle groups all at once, and they give you the most bang for your buck. You don't need to live in the gym. You don't need to work out 5 or 6 times a week for over an hour each time. You can literally do this in 2 to 3, maybe 4 days a week for just 45-minute sessions, and that's plenty to see results. And if that doesn't work for your schedule, you can actually work out 15 minutes a day for 5 days a week, and you can even do it at home just by picking 2 exercises to go with. And one of the more important things when it comes to resistance training is progressive overload. This is one of the things that you can tweak and adjust to help yourself make progress. And progressive overload really just means gradually increasing the weight or reps over time. So for example, if you're doing squats with body weight, maybe next week instead of doing body weight, you hold a 5-pound dumbbell and you try to do roughly the same amount of reps. And after a couple of weeks, maybe you increase the weight again and go up from there. And so I'm going to show you here on my screen what a typical day could look like for someone if you had, barbell squats. Let's just call this day 1. So barbell squats, maybe we'll do 3 sets times 4 to 6 reps. And then after that, we'll do deadlift, and that's also going to be with the barbell. We'll call it BB. And same thing, we're going to do 3 sets, and we're going to do 4 to 6. So 4 to 6 is a more heavier range. So if you're typically someone that does 15 to 20 reps or more with lightweight, switching up that stimulus and going to something that's heavier weight for lower reps like this is actually going to help you get better results quicker because your body's not used to it and it's a new stimulus. Excuse me. And then you could also look at, on this day, adding something like, say, barbell rows. And maybe that's something we do 3 sets, and we're going to do, 8 to 10 for that. And then maybe you want your arms to look better. So we'll finish the day off with some tricep dips. This could be body weight. This could be on a bench. This could be on a chair. Something really easy to do. We're going to do 2 sets of 10 to 12. And maybe we'll do some curls with the dumbbell DB. And again, 2 sets of 10 to 12. So this day 1 would be a really effective workout day for you if you're looking to get started. We're focusing on our compound movements here. So that's going to be our squats and our deadlifts, and could even be our rows. But we could also incorporate the rows into day 2 if we wanted to. So we want to do barbell, say bench press, which is very good compound movement. And we're going to follow our first day 1. We're going to do 3 sets, 4 to 6 reps. And actually, I want to do barbell. We're going to do shoulder press. Another really great compound movement. Also incredibly functional, being able to lift things overhead in your day-to-day. I know for me, being able to lift my kid up over my head is something fun and enjoyable. So keeping that functionality is very important for me. For this, we're going to do 3 sets of 6 to 8. We don't want to go as heavy on the shoulders. And then we could do some more tricep work. So tricep overhead extension. And let's just say dumbbell hammer curls. And then we're going to throw in some calf raises here. And some abs. We'll do reverse crunch, my personal favorite. So tricep and dumbbell hammer curls, we're going to do the same. 2 sets times 10 to 12 for these. 10 to 12 calf raises, we're going to do 3 sets of 15 to 20. And body weight, for these reverse crunches times 12 to 15. And we're going to do 5 sets of that. So this is an example of something that I would typically prescribe to someone that I start working with, especially if they're not used to training this way. They've done other things in the past that maybe not been so effective. And this is really going to get you a lot more bang for your buck. It's going to focus on our compound movements, like I said here, with our bench and our squats and such. So really, really effective workout. And if I wanted to do 3 days a week, I would just go day 1, day 2, day 1. And then the following week, I would go day 2, day 1, day 2. So if you're stuck doing endless amounts of cardio, or you've been doing endless amounts of cardio and you're just not seeing results, it's time to change your approach. Resistance training is so much more efficient, so much more effective, and you're going to build strength. You're going to restore your energy. It's key in restoring your hormones and getting those back to an optimal level, especially after you turn 30. And so if this resonates with you and you want my help getting results like this and being able to drop, 15, 20 or more pounds, go ahead and click the button below in the description where you could look and book in a call with me, and we could walk you through a roadmap exactly of what that would look like. And in the next video, we'll actually dive deeper into a beginner-friendly resistance training routine that you could fit into your busy life. So if you don't have, 45 to 60 minutes a couple times a week, then we'll dive deeper into what might be a 15-minute a day workout